All right, let's get started here. Purpose is just to show how you can do this puzzle without using any Pokemon. Although I've got a few up here, but I'm not actually going to use those today. I just didn't bother to deselect them. Um, the camera's in kind of an awkward position, so let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna try to talk my way through this a little bit to explain some things, and I haven't played this in a while. I gotta remember how this works. So one of the first techniques I want to show off here is obviously it's going to be easiest to start with the rows and columns that have the biggest numbers because you can really eliminate things pretty easily here. Let's just start over here in the rightmost column. Um, so we've got 8, 2, and 1, and then I add 1 in between. So I count this as 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I've got a total of 13 things accounted for in both squares and X's. And I know that this is 15 tall, which means I call it a -2. So what I do here is I'm going to start at the top and I'm going to skip 2, and then I'm going to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I know those go there. It's easy to do the rows here. These are X's. Um, yeah, a little bit cumbersome to get around the camera. So we're at a -2. We can't do anything with the 2 or the 1. Let's see. We probably have enough now, so we can kind of count up here and do like 1 X 1 2 3 4 X. Okay, we can't fit the 2 down there. So what we can do is we know that the 2 goes up here. All right. And we know that the 4, 5, 6 goes down here, and we have a 7, which means we're at a -1. So we skip 1 and go 2, 3, 4. All right, and we get that. And then that's a 1 and that's a 1. So we can put X's there. Let's see, another one we've got down here. I see in the second to last row, we've got 11. We know there are 20 across. That's a -9, which means that we have 2 left. And I know that those 2 are in the middle. So we're just going to put those in. And this one's a 1. So we're going to do that. Draw on those X's. Those X's are very important. Let's see, what else do we have here? That's nothing. Kind of tell none of these are really going to be anything here. Maybe this one. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's a -2. That is good, actually. That means that we can skip 2 and do 3. X, skip 2 and do 3. All right. So we get some stuff there. I don't think it's going to help us much. What else do we have? 3? No, it's 2. We don't know anything about that. Um, I just kind of know intuitively. I don't really see a lot else coming from these other ones here. Yeah. So let's look at the rows and see what we have for the rows. And the rows are 20 across, so that's going to be a little bit tougher to get. I'm not sure we're going to get a whole lot out of that, but let's see what we can do here. Big one's probably this one here: 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. And it's still -7. Yeah, we're probably not going to get anything on the rows because 20 across is just too large. Let's see what else we can do here with these, though. Can we do anything here? We've got 2x, 1, 2, 3x. Okay, so we know the 4 is over here. We have a 4 out of 10, though. It's a -6, so we can't do anything with that. Up here, though, we've got maybe something 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. What we're really going to want to do is try to determine which side of the X these things are on. So we do 1x, 1, 2, 3, 4x. Okay, so one of the 4s has to be on this side. I think I've got a 9, so we can't really do much there. We can do 4x, 4. So both of the 4s could be on this side. So we don't know what this is. This could be this term here could be either a 4 or a 1. Can't really see with any degree of accuracy. Yeah, we're not going to have much else here. I think it's going to be helpful. Let's see. The bottom, I don't think the bottom is going to be very useful either. What else do we want to do here? Okay. Let's go back up here. What else do we have? 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, nothing great there. 5, 6, 7, 8. No, the 1s aren't going to be that interesting. Let's go back to this one here. Let's see. Oh, we actually have, so we have 8. We know this is the 8. We got 6 here, 7. So that one has to be part of it. So we know that. So let's X that out. And then we know that the 2 and the 1 have to be below this, and we only have space for exactly 2 and 1, so we can do that. This is a 4. Draw that in. This is a 1. That's oops. That's 2. Yep. Draw that. That's 1, 1, 2. Draw the X's in. Now we have something on the 11, so we can go all the way across. Let's see. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and X out the rest. And anything that's too big to fit under there, we can draw X's in. That's all the anything bigger than a 1 basically doesn't go down there. Okay. And then we can put an X here too, because a 2 can't fit in that spot, so we can do that. All right, there, that helps us out. This is a 1, so we can do an X there. That's a 3. Whoops, the wrong one there. Okay, that's 2, 3. That is also a 3. I'm having trouble seeing past the camera. That's our 1. We don't have space for a 4 there, so we can X that out. That's definitely the 4. We're gonna fill that in. Oops, that's an X. Sorry, keep tapping the wrong thing. Okay. And the other 4 is on that side, but we can't fill it in yet. And down here we have, let's see, 3. Yeah. So the 2 has to be here. So we can plug that in. And the 3 has to be here. We only have a little bit that we can do that, the middle ones, but we know that is a 3. Yeah. Put the X there. Okay. And now we have part of the 4, so we can fill in the rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can fill in that much. And the rest. 4 can't extend that far, so we can just X those out. That's a 2. Again, we can X that. What else? We have a 2 down here, so that's a 1. Okay, now we can fill in the 3, and we know there's nothing, no other terms that go down here. So let's do that. And that's a 3. X then, that's a 2 horizontally, so I can do an X. And that's a 2 vertically, an X. And that's a 2 horizontally, that's that. And that is a 5 vertically, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, X that out. Let's see, that's a 1. So let's fill that in. This, let's see, this is a 4, so we can go up to that. That's the end of that column. This is, we have a 2 and a 1, so we know exactly that we can't have one here because we did have one there that's a 3. We don't have a 3 in this row. So we know that's an X, and then we know that's the 2 and that's the 1. And we filled out the 8, so that's done, and that's a 2. That's done, and then that whole column is now done. So we're using all the information provided here by these numbers here and these numbers. You got to kind of synthesize them together. That's 2. Do that in an X. Remember, the X's are just as important as the actual squares that are filled in, and that's a 3. X that out. Okay, made some pretty progress. What's on this one? That's a 2 horizontally. 2. This is a 1. So that could be either a 1 or a 2. We don't know which one that is. We can't do anything there. We have a 3 somewhere in this column. That could be kind of anywhere. That's a 3, but we can't tell if it goes up or down. And that's a 3. We know an X there. So that's helpful. Let's see what else we can do here. 2, that's a 2, right? Yeah, okay. So we can put the X's around that, and then that means 2 has to be there. 2 vertical, 2, 4 horizontal. Let's see what we have here. We have a 2 and we have a 3. So I'm going to mark those off. And then we were on 2, 2. So that one could be a 2, except there's not enough space for a 4 up here, which means that one has to be the 4. So let's fill that in. And then the other 2 has to go here. And that's a 2, and that's an X. Okay. With that filled in, then this is a 2, that's nothing. X, that's got to be the 2, because that's a 1. That's a 3, 2. Okay, so that has to be a 3, and the little grayed out things kind of help us out so we can fill in X's all around. So we know that can only extend 2 more out in either direction. So that's helpful there. This 3 now gets 1 more. We know it at least has to come up 1 more. Because as far down as it can be, right, is 1, 2, 3. So this one has to be 1 if we know that that one is 1. Okay, now where are we? It's kind of, we've had a lot of easy ones there, so we were able to make some good progress. Now it's going to slow down a little bit, I think. Oh, we haven't done this one over here yet. That's a 2, so we can fix that. That's a 2, and we get a 5. Actually, we got maybe some more easy ones here around the edge. Remember, the professor talks about edge power. So we can kind of do that. That's a 3. And there's nothing else in that column. Okay. Luckily, this thing kind of is going around the edges, which is actually makes it a really easy Pokemon to discern here. Okay, what else do we have here? Getting progress, not really up there. I don't think we have anything that goes across. I have like 4, 5, 6, but we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's gonna be -6. There's nothing we can do on that. How about this one? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Still be -3. Oh, ones. These are ones across, so we know that we can put X's there. This is a 2, right? So we have a 2, a 1, and this one has to be the 2. So we know that there's an X there. So that's convenient. Um, Sometimes you just kind of have to work these out a little bit in your head to think about, like, if that was a filled in dot, then how would any of the rest of this make sense? Because then you've got, right, you can't have a two. Yeah, so it doesn't make sense. So it's oops. So that's how you know that that's an X. That actually helps us here vertically because we know a 2 can't fit here, a 2 can't fit here. That one has to be a 2. And then that one is a 2 horizontally, so we can draw that in. And then there's our 3. And that figures out the column there. This one is a 1 horizontally, so we can put some X's there. And we need a 1 here, so it's got to be there. So that column's done. So that's very nice. Okay. What we got going next? Oh, we have this one's a 2. Just looking at the next term that isn't grayed out here. Okay. Um, and this is helping us out a little bit here. It's kind of cheating a little bit and telling us this is the middle one. We can kind of figure that out for ourselves. So the bottom, if this was one, that'd be the 3x1. There's not enough space for another one here, so that'd be the top one there. That would be the middle one, the grayed out one, and then that has to be the top one. So we can kind of figure out for ourselves this has to be 1 and 2 across. So we can put that in, 2 in that column, and then that's a 4 across. So X that out. That's a 1. Okay. So we're kind of going back and forth between vertical and horizontal here. This 2 could be anywhere, and the rest of and this. So we're missing a 3 and a 1 here. We know this is part of the 3. We know the 1 is in one of those two, but we don't know which one. So we can't really do anything with that yet. Okay. Making a good progress. Oh, this is useful. So we have 1, 2, and then we know this is part of the top term here, and that's the only other term here, which means we can X out everything else in that column. So we know the only options are that this 2 is filled out by either 1 above or 1 below this one. So um, can use a lot of deduction there and eliminate possibilities. What else? Let's see what do we have here to make progress on at this point. Oh, anything that's bigger than a 1, we know we can put X's up here. Those can't fit. So that can be kind of helpful. Okay, that's all we have on that. Yeah, okay, doesn't help us out too much. 3 across, a 2 somewhere across, 1. This has a bunch. We might be able to make some progress here. So thankfully, this is telling us we have a 1, 2, and 3 1s. So we can just kind of march across and see a 2x, 1x, 1. 1 could kind of be anywhere, or we could have 1x1. So 2 of the 1s could be on this side, and that leaves a 2 and a 1 over here. That's too much stuff here. There's 4, 5, 6. 2, 1 is 4. That's still a -2. We can't pin anything down here really. So nothing there. Oh, this one is 2, 1. That's a 2. Okay, we actually know that one. Okay, so it's helping us out there. So we got that, and that was the last term here. That's a 2. Done with that column. That's nice. So we know this is part of a 2, but we don't know which way that goes. Is there anything else? I don't know if we've learned anything else. So we know this is a 2. This is this group, this 2 here. It's also a 2 and a 1. Yeah, it could be 2x1. 1 could be over here. Yeah, can't really pin that down. So it doesn't help us much. This 3, so this 3 has to be this one, has to be included. We don't know the last one, but we know that one at least. So that gives us all 3 terms in this column. That's a 2, that's part of the 2, that's part of a 2. So there's nothing else in here. So we can X that out. So that gives us a lot. That helps us out with this one. That's too small to fit a 2 in there. So we can go, that's an X. Sometimes that can help you out a little bit. Let's see. What else do we have here we can make progress on? Let me see if I count this. Let's see if that's a 1. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4 on 5, right? Yeah, 1, 1, 1, X, 1, 2. Okay. So that one has to be part of the 2. So the 2 can't go anywhere else. So that's kind of deduction there. And then again, we have a 2 here. So that has to go down. And that's the entire column. And that's also this entire row. Let's get that one done. So we don't know. That could be a 3 or a 1 because the 3 could be down there. So yeah, I can't tell any more about that. We can probably tell some stuff from up here. Let's see, 2x. So the 3 has to go down here, and there's only enough space for a 3. So that's 3. Same thing with this one. If that's the 2, 3 has to be here. And so we can tell which ones have to be there because of the size of the remaining spaces. We know that's the last term, so that's 2. Horizontally, we can go get rid of that. That one's also filled in. That's a 3, so that's an X. So that can't fit there. 3, 1 has to be there. Let's see what else. So we opened up here. Anything else? 1 could be there. Oh, that has to be a 1 now because it's too small to be a 3. So if that's the 1, we know the 1 also isn't up here, and we know that has to be filled in because that's the only space we have left. Then that gives us this whole thing across. So we're X that, X that. So we have all the terms accounted for here. Right? 1, 1, that's a 2. That's a 2. Okay, so we know that's an X because there's nothing can be there. Which gives us that 2 down there, and that gives us an X over here. So what else do we have here? So we know that's a 3, so that has to be the one that fills that in. That's a 2, so that has to be an X. And there's only one spot left here. It's a 1. Yeah, we don't have anything for those. 3, no. That's a 2, so we have to do that, and that's the end of that column. That's a 2, so we have to fill that in, and that's the end of that row. Let's see, so we're missing. Yeah, we still have too many holes there to really fill it in. It's a 3 across, so that's an X. We know it can't go all the way over here. 2, so it's got to go up there. That gives me the 1. That one's done. That's a 2. That column's done. X over here, horizontally, now vertically, that's a 3. We're missing 2 1s, so we're going to plop those in. And one more 1 there. Yeah. And there we go. There we have Manaphy. I didn't actually spend 24 minutes doing that, but you can see in the video. I haven't played Pokemon Picross in a while, so that actually went faster than I expected it to. I do enjoy Picross games though a lot. Okay, cool. So that is the completion of showing you step by step how to do it. So my intention for using this, um, would be to watch this video up until the point where you're having some trouble, and then you can use it as a little hint. Obviously, I don't want to have you watch it all the way through unless you're just really enjoying my ASMR voice or something. All right, that's it.